Welcome back to Life in Review. I'm Josefa Salinas, your host. I'm very excited. We've got somebody very special with us here this morning. Ernie Hudson, good morning.
Hi, good morning. How are
Listen,
you?
I'm fabulous this morning. How are you?
I'm so good I can't even tell you.
Well, I tell you, there's a good reason why you and I have something in common. Well, there's a couple of them, but guess what the
Okay.
best one is?
What's that?
We're both from Michigan.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, cool. Where in Michigan?
I grew up in Lansing, went to school at the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well,
Yeah.
I love my home state,
Oh, so
and
do I. I go back every year.
even
My
though no
my
matter how confused it is from time to time,
Yes, it
but
is.
I love.
Oh, I love Michigan too. There's just something about people from Michigan. Well, I tell you, it's an amazing state.
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm thankful. I think being born in a specific time and place, sharing that, I think it's very, very special. So yeah, I love Michigan.
Absolutely. Well, here we go. Ernie Hudson is with us this morning, an actor extraordinary, two-time cancer survivor, and here to talk about Think About the Link. Ernie, tell me all about this new campaign. Think About the Link, the goal of the campaign, stopping cancer before it starts, looking for the warning signs and not putting off going to the doctor, which is what a lot of people are doing right now. They're like, I don't want to go to the doctor because, other people might be sick there. So let's talk all about this campaign and the importance of it.
Yeah, I'm a two-time cancer survivor. I had prostate cancer in '98, and I had rectal cancer in 2011. And during that experience, I came very close to dying. But thankfully, I caught it very early, and I recognized the importance of cancer prevention and the importance of just preparing yourself with as much information as you can. And so, after going through that and remembering how just traumatized I was just hearing the word cancer, I knew that the important thing that I could do as a parent is to make sure that I do everything I can to protect my children. And then I heard about the Prevent Cancer Foundation and this Think About the Link campaign to make people aware of the human papilloma virus, HPV vaccine that's available that actually prevents cancer. It's most effective for boys and girls between the ages of 11 and 12, but there's also a treatment for older teens and young adults. But this can prevent six different kinds of cancer that this year alone, I think 40,000 people will be diagnosed with. And this is something that we can do. And I just wanted to be a part of this to just make people aware just to make themselves aware and to talk to their doctors to not put this off. I feel that our children are going through a period unlike anything we've ever experienced. And I think it's really important that we do everything we can to make sure that they're protected and prepared for whatever is to come.
Why do you think it is? 'Cause I'm a parent as well. You're a parent. Why do parents hesitate when they're thinking about the HPV vaccine? I mean, I've actually heard some parents say, "Oh, well, that'll make my child think that it's okay to have sex," and they're like, "What? Why would you think that? We're talking about preventing cancer. What's the hesitation with giving an 11 or 12-year-old boy or girl a shot that could prevent them from having quite a few different kinds of cancer when they get older?"
Yeah, no, I think, unfortunately, we're dealing at a time when there's so much misinformation and so much fear regarding so many things. Who do you trust? And that's why I think it's so important that we inform ourselves and that we take action. You can talk to your doctor, and I encourage people, do talk to your doctor. A lot of people, they get so stymied, I don't know what to believe, so I'm not going to do anything. Well, that doesn't really help because when you're sitting in that chair like I was, and they're telling me that I have this disease, that's an awful place to be. So I say, get the real information, and your doctor they're going to give you the real information. Go to thinkaboutthelink.org or preventcancer.org. Get as much information so you can make an informed decision as opposed to a decision based on what somebody said about somebody. I think it's just really, really very, very important that we continue to be proactive and that we advocate for our children who aren't really able to do it for themselves.
I have had 2 brain tumor surgeries, and I remember what it was like when the doctors told me to say goodbye to my children after the first one, right before the first surgery. What did you go through in your mind when they said, Ernie, you got cancer?
Yeah, that was it was pretty scary. With the prostate cancer in 1998 wasn't so much because we really caught it early and there was treatment, and that was in 2011. I caught it really early because I do get my checkups, but then there was complications, and I saw my doctor. I saw the color drain out of his face when he told me that I had to have immediate emergency surgery. And I remember being rushed down the hallway, calling my sons to say, I love you, and I just want you to know that I love you. I mean, that's it's how do you deal with that? And that was a very scary time. I just had to come to terms with that I could die. And now, I think it's just important that we do everything that we can. Some things are out of our hands, but a lot of this is not out of our hands, and this is something we can do. And I know that I knew then I never want my children to have to go through that if they don't have to, if there's anything I can do. And this doesn't cure all types of cancer, but certainly it can cure certain ones, and I think we have to do the best we can.
The Prevent Cancer Foundation, their new campaign, Think About the Link. Give us the social media one more time for this.
Yeah, thinkaboutthelink.org or cancerprevention.org. And definitely, I really encourage you, bring this up with your doctor. Keep those appointments. Don't let this time we're in give you a reason to prevent looking out for your family and yourself.
And some social media where people can learn more about you, Ernie.
Well, I don't do a whole lot, but on Twitter, I think I'm Ernie_Hudson.something.com or whatever. And Ernie Hudson Official on Facebook, and I don't know.
Well,
and
thank you so much.
I don't know.
Right, thank you.
I'm awful with this stuff. I'm an old guy, so but you can find me. You can find anybody these days.
Yeah, you can. Well, fellow Michigander, thank you so much for being with us today. Continued blessings, protection, stay safe, and thank you for spreading the word. Think about the link, cancerpreventionfoundation.org. Please take care of yourselves. Go to the doctor. Don't put it off. You want to be informed, because so many cancers are curable, preventable, if you catch them early, if you catch them in the beginning. So don't wait. Don't put it off. And Ernie, thank you for being with us and sharing your story this morning.
It was beautifully put. Thank you so much.
Have an amazing day.
I will. You too.
Okay.
Stay safe.
Bye. With the changing times, have you ever wondered if maybe you needed to learn how to do things a little bit differently? You have a business and you're trying to figure out, how do I let people know the changes in my business with everything changing from day to day? What's the easiest way to get that word out? Well, Google's got some ideas for you. They got a whole toolbox of ideas and some brand new certificates with scholarships that you might want to think about. It's all coming up next. We'll also talk to the creator of Concerts in Your Car. Can you believe that there's a way to go have some fun in your car, just like the old days, but with a brand new twist? It's all coming up next right here. Don't go away.